It's not... It kind of is bad. I mean, Murder on the Orient Express. You got something really good here, and then it's just lost. And I can't tell if it's the movie and the director that kind of botched this, or if it's the actual novel this is based off of. And judging from what I read on the Wikipedia entry on the book, basically the plot synopsis, yeah, it's the book. You start with this good locked door murder mystery. You got a good set of characters, various backgrounds, various motivations, and of course there's a reveal through the movie, but there's a lot that could come down. And it really boils down to really, at this situation, it could be anybody. And I like those. I like the whole mystery aspect where it can be anybody, and you have to always watch your back and be aware of who you talk to and how things progress. But then it takes a hard right into some pseudo-philosophical thing about what is truly right and what is truly wrong, completely contradicting what Poirot said in the beginning. And yeah, I'm sorry, it seems too crazy of a character turn. And maybe in the novels it's expressed a bit more, because clearly someone named Catherine is very important to this guy, but I don't know who she is or how it's addressed. But somehow she's the key to Poirot's, sense of ideological justice. I'm sure if I, tracked down the books and read them, it would make sense. But for the movie's sake, it just seems disjointed. And that's really what the second half of this movie is. You start off good. And I'll be honest, it was actually kind of nice. You meet the characters, you kind of make a list, okay, who do you think it might be? Your preliminary suspects, as it would be. You kind of tell who's going to get killed because they don't exactly hide it well. And yeah, the rest of the movie, after the halfway point when he gets killed, starts okay. He's building his case. You see him talking to suspects. He's talking to basically everybody. But then it just takes a hard right and it just stops. It's one of those situations where the murder mystery takes a back seat to the pseudo-psychological what is right, what is wrong. Do we as humans have the right to judge other people? Do we have the right to take the life of somebody if it's truly worth it? Morality gets into play, and really, this is not the movie to address it. The one thing I will say about this movie is that it does address the fact that the one murder does have an actual adverse effect over so many people on the train, mostly due to the fact that the previous murder has tied them all together as well, and has led to the scenario that we are now in. And yeah, it's bad. The character of Poirot just literally pulls a 180. In his mind there's right and there's wrong. There's no gray area. And that's the thing he's built up his entire case of. But in the end, he kind of goes, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe justice isn't set by us mortal men, but by the nature of ourselves. Maybe it's not murder, but an object of healing. No! You murdered someone! Justice is a thing. It's kind of the issue one would have with Light Yagami from Death Note. And yeah, you kind of want to watch the guy and see how he does it, but you don't really think he's the hero. Anyone who could tell me that Light is the hero of Death Note clearly has some issues, and I'm just gonna say as far away from you as possible. Stay far away from me, people with death notes. Though you probably know my name at this point, so if I'm still alive in 40 seconds, that means good job for me. But, sorry, I don't empathize with people who take people's lives willy-nilly. And yes, I am aware of soldiers and police officers who are forced to do that. I'm not going into that. I'm just saying when justice is possible and it's been presented, everybody goes over the top and just takes it into their own hands. No one person is judge, jury, and executioner. It's why I've always enjoyed DC heroes over Marvel heroes, because DC heroes seem to be a lot more on the tendency of not killing people than actually, outright killing people like Marvel heroes sometimes do. And yes, I do know Marvel heroes basically also don't kill, but they're more prone to kill. It's a touchy subject. And this movie tries to touch that subject as well, but not in a very good way. And the movie starts off with a light, humorous nature, but it drops it very quickly. And Poirot, he's one of the only good things about the movie, completely changes characters after the reveal, and it's just... It's bad. Like, this is just... It's the laziest cop-out to try to, win, basically. It's that we're not facing one murderer or multiple. It's like this whole menagerie of what the hell's going on, and there's no way to figure it out. And instead of coming up with a cool, interesting way to do it, they just take the cop-out ending, and it's really, really bad. And anybody with an ounce of brain cells and math, yes, believe it or not, math does play into this, you can immediately figure out who the killer or possible killers are. It's not exactly rocket science, and the movie hams it so much you can see it coming. And once one connection is made and another connection is made, that's it. You're basically sitting there for the rest of the movie, every 45 minutes just going, okay, we know what the payoff is. Can we just get to it? And there's no real payoff. I mean, I don't want to say this is going to be on my worst list, but it might be. Just because of the wasted potential you had. You had an ensemble cast that can hold their own, and some of them do. Some of them legitimately do. But the rest just fall flat in one note. And you don't really get a feel of these guys. Maybe it was better in the book. Most people usually say it is. But for me, Murder on the Orient Express, maybe Redbox, Netflix if you're bored, just to see if you truly could figure this out, but most of us really did. I didn't hear anyone gasp in the theater when, the reveal happened. So, if you want a good detective movie, just watch Sherlock Holmes 1 or 2. Read a book. I actually own a book at my house, 50 or 100 short mysteries. You supposedly take like 5 minutes. You're supposed to read and then come up with a solution, and then the solution's at the bottom. It's nice. It tests your mental cognitive skills, and it's quick to the point, and you can figure it out. This movie, on the other hand, nah, it ain't worth it. So, most of you probably have already seen it. If you did, if anyone's on the fence, don't. Redbox, Netflix. So, I've now officially caught up with my quota, as it would be. However, there's still one more I'm probably going to go see just because, well, curiosity's sake, and the fact that this movie currently at the moment has a better record than, well, Murder on the Orient Express and Justice League. That's right. Next up, I'm going to be reviewing The Star before I get to anything else. And man, it's getting good reviews. I'm reading it. I don't believe it. Maybe it'll be better than I'm hoping. Justice League was better than I thought it was going to be, so there's that. Then again, Murder on the Orient Express was worse than I thought it was going to be, so there's that too, so who knows, guys. Well, until next time, I'm Kevin Riley, signing off and see you all next time. Later.